prepared a quick presentation for you guys. So we are gonna look into Adobe Illustrator, and as you know, I just want to show like what is Illustrator and why we're using it, and also Nadia mentioned it. So the Illustrator is like a vector-based graphic design software. We use it for create 2D graphic and precise artworks. As you can see in this image, in vector graphics such as like Illustrator, when we zoom in on like a shape, you can see like a solid line on the like a shape. But in a pixel-based graphic software such as Photoshop, you see these pixels and they're kind of like fading away. And this pixel-based or raster graphic software mostly used for like renderings or making high quality images or something like that. And so why we're using Illustrator is for its precision, professional graphic, and versatility and flexibility. And so, for example, this is one of my works during the Studio Design 3. As you can see, this is for Adobe Illustrator. This is like a 2D graphic plan. But on the right, this is the rendered site plan. As you can see, we created uh, like a real world plan. And as Nadia mentioned, these are like rendering works and that I've done. And this is one of my work with Nadia. And these are like in Photoshop because you can make images in the Photoshop and make it like a real world renderings. And the importance in landscape architecture for Illustrator is creating detailed site plans, diagrams, and presentation materials. And it helps designers communicate ideas clearly through clean professional graphics, making it a crucial tool for visualizing and sharing design assets. And so let's get into Adobe Illustrator. So when you run this software, the first page that comes up is this page. And so you can see different things here. The recent file that you have here before, like when you was working here. And when you click on new file, there are some pages here that shows like this different size pages you can use. So in this tutorial, we're going to use tabloid, which is 11 by 17 inch. And also you have some options here, like for mobile sizes or web, or also print. And we're gonna, as I said, we're gonna use a recent tabloid, which is 11 by 17. And on the right side, you can see we can change the orientation of our page. So because of the Yorkville Park, we're going to use the landscape font. And also you can use your units. So sometimes you need to use inches or centimeters or meters. And bleed is not important at this moment, but just to mention, it's like for printing, it makes some spaces around your page, but we're not going to use this. The important thing is color mode here, because when you want to print, the plotter want to know your colors. So you have to use CMYK colors, and that's in that CMYK color, printer know your exact color in your screen. But when you are working on your screen or you wanna export it as a PDF or show it in a screen, RGB is the best option. And we're gonna use high resolution mostly. It depends on your computer about your like graphic or RAM memory. So what's high resolution it's recommended. And when you're happy with all this, you're gonna click create. So as you can see, this is 11 by 17 page size. And so this is the basic, like the workspace of our Illustrator. But just a suggestion for you guys. If you go to Windows and go to the workspace, mine is Essentials, and most of the people work in Illustrator use Essentials, but it's your preference. You can click all of these and see what's your best workspace is. Like for example, if you click on automation, it's gonna change some of the toolbars, and also here. But I'm gonna go with Essential, and um, so when you have this, your page size, you can always change it if you want to like change your page size or add some like other pages here. You can go to File and also Document Setup, and this window comes up, or also you have this button here, Document Setup, and so you can edit your artboards here. So as you can see, it's showing us the one artboard that we have. By clicking on this plus here, you can add new artboards. What like how, if you have like 10 artboards, or you want to make a presentation for yourself, it's going to help you a lot. But we don't need at this moment. You can delete those. Also, you can make changes like the size of the pages, or uh, even smaller, and also rearrange all. Like you can use the settings like in columns, like 2 columns or 1 column, or uh, also a spacing between them. And yeah, it's gonna create arrange those pages. Um, so yeah, one of the key like the good shortcut keys is Control 0, or I guess in Mac it's gonna be Command 0, and it's gonna use like when you are like really zoom out or really zoom in. If you click Control 0, it's gonna make your artboard in the center of your page. And so let's go to some of our toolbars here. And so we have a selection tool, which is the base, like your cursor. When you hit escape on your keyboard, it's going to go to this toolbar. And the direct selection tool is like when you have your lines here, you can go to make some changes. And before that, we go to the toolbars, I should bring our plan to this. So one way, the best way is to drag and drop your file. So this is the file that we printed together. So I just drag and drop on the Illustrator file. And as you can see, pop up the image. And yeah, that's all. So it should be scaled. And so just to make sure it's 1 to 500. And this is 10 meters, I believe. So we can use this line segment tool. And so there's two ways to use this tool. One way is to click and drag the line, and you can create the line. But the other way is to, when you select this tool, you click on the page, and it brings this page, and you can select like write your length. So in 1 to 500, the 10 meter would be 2 centimeters. So we're gonna write 2 centimeters, and oh, we should uh, write this angle as well, 0 and 2 centimeters. So And as you can see, when we bring this line here, we see this is the exact 1 to 500 scale site plan. And so as you notice, I wrote 2 centimeters, 2 cm, because our unit in this artboard is inches. And so, as I said before, we can go to document setup and change our unit if you want, like 2 centimeters. And once again, for line segment tool, and this at this time we can only wrote by 2, and to press OK, and that's the 2 centimeters line. So so we now know this side line is the scale, and so if we don't know, like this is like a base plan that we brought, and we want to scale it. So we have to know some dimensions, or like these 10 meters scale bar here. And the best way to do it is like bring your map here, and from this part, bring it like that, this base of the scale bar, and click to drag and scale it to resize it and scale to the proper one. And the other way is, you know, your base plan is scaled. Let me get back to the scale one. So this is 1 to 500. The other way to scale it, let's say you want to make it to 1 to 250. So on your base plan, you can right click on it and go to transform and select the scale. So it brings up this window, and as you can see, this is the scale percentage. So to get to the 1 to 250, you're going to double the size. So we write 200, and as you can see, the preview is on, and it's also show the scale. And you can press copy. It's going to copy another scale side plan. So there we have 2 scale plans. So this is 1 to 500, and this one is 1 to 250. So just to make sure, to create a line segment tool, here it's gonna be 4 centimeters, I believe. Yeah, and as you can see, this is the scale side plan 1 to 250. So when we with the scale, we can go to other toolbars, and so the one of the important tools here is pen tool. As Nadia mentioned, this is the important one, that to create lines, different line ways, or every graphics or shapes if you want to create. This is the best one. And also this curvature tool, which is the similar to this, but it's create curved lines. So just to show, you click on your pen tool, and you click on your space or your map, and simply just trace your map. And yeah, as you can see, it creates, whenever I hit my mouse, it creates anchor points, which creates different lines with it. And also, if I press escape on my keyboard, it's gonna pause for like, you can start from here, or even for example, you go to work on something else and then come back, and you can also go from here and click on your mouse, and sorry, it's gonna oh, continue. Yeah, and click on it, and you can continue to draw from that line again. Also this curvature tool. This curvature tool is like the pen tool, but the difference is when you go with this anchor point, it's going to create curvy lines. For example, for this part of plan, like you have the curve line here or other things, you can, like this boulder, you can use curvature. Let me delete all these. So one of the shortcut keys is to like undo and redo your work is Control Z or Command Z. And so if I can click Control Z, it's gonna undo the erasing things, as you can see. But if I want to redo it, you have to press and hold Control Shift Z. And as you can see, it's going to redo all the things. So the next one is Type tool. So if I click it, simply you can click and drag and make a space for your text, like a box for your text. And so there are some different options, different settings here, like your color of your text, or I guess this one really, yeah, the opacity of your text, like you can change it if you want, and different fonts if you want, like change it to like Arial or something. And yeah, different kind of settings for your text. And for example, let's make this text here. So if you want to move on your screen from your, like on your base plan, simply you can hold your space bar on your keyboard and with your mouse go around your base plan and your page. And also I should have mentioned that so the zoom in Illustrator is on my computer is on my scroller on my mouse. So in order to do that, you have to go to the file to edit, and then preference and general. So on the first general tab here, you have to click this and check mark this zoom with the mouse wheel and hit OK. And that way you can scroll out or like zoom in, zoom out on your page. And yeah, let's, for example, say here. And bring it here. Yeah, the next tool is going to be our rectangle tool, which is all of our shapes is in this toolbar. If you right click on this rectangle tool, you can see other shapes like ellipse tool or polygon tool. So mostly we're going to use rectangle tool for this side plan. As you can see, they're like very rectilinear like parts of in this Yorkville Park. So it's simply, you can click and drag your shape here, this rectangle here, and it creates like a box. So in all of the object or lines you create in Illustrator, it's gonna show these two arrows. This first one is like you want to like fill your shape or line. For example, if I hit like a red button, you see this is gonna fill with red color or other colors, but it doesn't. We don't want to like fill with the color. And the next one is the outline with like you can select your color. For example, we press red color. As you can see, the outline of the shape would be red, or what color, if any color you want. So you wonder these dots, what's this dot? If you click it and drag it, it's gonna, sorry. If you click and drag it, you can see it's gonna like make it round rectangle shape, and sometimes is useful. Yeah, and also when you on your rectangle tool, you can also just click once on your page, and it's gonna ask you what width and height do you want to get. For example, you want to like create a square like 5x5, and click OK. It's gonna create a 5x5 square, so like 5 centimeters. And also, let's check on ellipse tool. So there are like several ways to do this for like your circle or oval shape. Simply you can click and drag it. As you can see, it's gonna make like any round shape, like oval shape here. But if you hold down your shift, it's gonna make a precise circle here. And again, if you click and drag, or at this time you can hold your alt key on your keyboard. As you can see, it changes on the center point of the your round shape. And so the third one is if you click and drag your circle and hold both shift and alt, it's gonna make a precise circle and at the like a center point of the circle. Yeah, and so yes, yeah. So, oh yeah. So let's go to our next toolbar, which is going to be rotate. So if you click on rotate tool, or the shortcut would be R on your keyboard, you can simply click and drag and rotate your shape or object. Let's make a rectangle. It would be much easier to understand. So yeah, you can drag your shape around it and rotate for whatever you want. But also you can click on somewhere else and rotate it from that point. As you can see, this dot here is going to be our center, and the shape would be rotate around this dot. And so if you want to like duplicate this shape and rotate it, you simply hold your alt, and like if you drag it and then hold your alt, it's gonna duplicate the shape here, and like different amount of shapes here you can use. Yeah. And the other one is if you right click on the rotate tool, it's gonna be the reflect tool, which I found it useful. Um, for example, if you want to reflect this box here, simply you can so looks like it rotate, but when you duplicate it with Alt, um, as you can see, it's gonna like mirror the shape here. If you create like imagine a line between these two, it's gonna mirror these things. And um, so the next one would be scale tool, which I mentioned for the base plan, but um, let's check it again. So if you click on the scale tool, it's gonna scale around this dot here, but also you can define the dot here or wherever you want, and from that point you can scale it from scale that shape or object you want. But if you hold your shift, um, it's gonna sorry. If you hold your shift, it's gonna make it like more precise, like proportionately, it's gonna scale your object. And yeah, so I guess the the tools that I mostly use are these, like the shapes and pen tool and also line segment tool. Um, so if we go further, like for this uh, line, or like use pen tool here. Um, if you select it, you can see all these settings here at the top. Which one of the important things is the stroke, which is typically your line weights, uh, like the thickness of your line. So as you can see, there is 1 point here. If I go down, it's gonna reduce the line weight here to like 0.25 point. Also, you can select here and write by yourself like 0.1 point. So also like the thinnest line here. It depends on your drawings, and also you can go much higher, like thick line weights, and also you can click on a stroke here, and it gives you several options to create your line. So as you can see, this cap is going to be the show your end of your line. So if I select round cap, it changes, and also this one. But personally, I use mostly this one because I need like and great cut at the end of my lines, and also different options for your corners. Um, so I should zoom in. So for your corners, it changes this part of the your line or this bevel join, and um, also this align stroke, it's used for like your architectural plan, like in buildings. You want to align some lines at the wall or at the end of your plan. But mostly I use cap and corner settings here. And also we have arrowheads. For example, we use arrow 1 here, and the other one something like this. So this one, the arrowhead 1 and arrowhead 2. And also you can scale your arrow head. For example, this one is going to be much smaller. And yeah, and the important thing in stroke is the dash line. Let me create a line here. So if you go to stroke and check your dash line, as you can see, it created dash here, but you can change your settings here for your dash line. You'll like dash and gap here. For example, you say 10 points for my dash, also like 5 point for the gaps. As you can see, it makes 10 points for dash and 5 points for gap. Also, like different uh, numbers here. Like the next one would be hash 8 point for dash or uh, any number, and you see different dash and gap here, which is really useful for your diagramming. Dash line is really good for diagramming, and yeah. So I guess let's go to the layers.